What's good, everybody? It's your friendly neighborhood communist here. Coming at you with a hiking video. So now, I don't. So essentially, what was gonna happen here was I was gonna hike around this lake. Right, it's right next to my hospital, but there's a problem. Where I parked, there was a sign that said there was a bear nearby. Now, we don't want to run into a bear because, well, we don't want to die. So, now, I don't want to Google what we do when a bear comes around because I ain't got no service out here. But I assume that, like, you run. I'm guessing there's a crane over there. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. There's a crane. Yeah, see crane. It's flying. I don't know if you can see that. There's a crane flying. That's beautiful. Anyways, so back to it. I don't know if that's bear shit. Bear shit, I'd assume, would be bigger. But so I'm probably gonna stop a whole bunch just to listen to the forest, but because, you know, like, if there's gonna be a big ass black bear, like, you're gonna hear something. That's all I'm saying. So for now, I'm gonna keep talking. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. Probably come back to it, but for now, we're just gonna keep walking down this trail. You know, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be amazing. So I don't know, because it looks nice today. It's really nice out, especially considering it's cloudy. But I don't know, the sun was out earlier, which was strange. It's just the wind. But I don't know. I'd assume we'll see some blue sky, hopefully, because I saw some of the clouds parting out in the distance when I was driving here. But can't really say that for sure. But that's okay. So, and I don't assume I'll run into many people. If I do, you know, give them a quick hello, keep them out of camera view, you know, so they don't feel uncomfortable. Nice out here anyways. Nice weeds, nice melted snow per the usual. But yeah, yesterday I did this same thing, not this trail, but I went to another trail nearby, and yeah, what happened was I did this too. I didn't record it because I really tried to stay unplugged the entire time, but today is different. I mean, I was listening to some music earlier, but I figured that I'd rather listen to the forest, especially considering I have AirPods in every minute of the day. So, you know, it's nice. It's nice to get out and you know, see the forests, you know, be in tune with nature. You know, it's nice. I really don't like all the plastic on the trees. I know it's like to cut them down or something, but it's really annoying, especially considering that I'm out here, you know, doing exercise and, you know, actually going out and like walking, but it pisses me off, you know, because, like, you see that pink thing right here? Yes, this pink thing right here, right here. I don't like it. It's, you're here for no fucking reason. Like, there's ornament shit right there too, right there. Big ass clump of leaves too. But yeah, so we're walking on the snowshoe trail right now, and there's not enough snow on the ground, as you can see, to snowshoe. But I don't want to go on the ski trails because I don't like the ski trails. They're too big, too open. I like being like close to the trees like this. It's nice. It's refreshing, you know. Ooh, big stick. Big stick. Anyways, so it's just I think it's a matter of wanting to know the fact that yeah, there's this gate right here. We're not gonna stop at this gate. We're not gonna go past this gate. In fact, we're gonna go that way, but because I know what's that way. But we're not going this way. Here's the map of the place. That's where we're at right here. This is where they saw the bear, around this area, and we're gonna go around this way along the lake, actually meet up with the ski trail, and then come back this way. Come back the way we came. So yeah, we're gonna mainly just stay near the lake, and we're walking away from the bear territory. So, and there's someone running right over there. Scared the shit out of me too. So we're just gonna try more plastic, but we're gonna try and stay away from the bear territory because we don't want to be near a bear, because we want to live. And I have school tomorrow, and I have a track meet tomorrow, and I have to work on Friday. Like I don't want to deal with nature like that. I want to deal with nature like by walking and not defending my life. Like, I feel like that's a better alternative. More plastic. I don't know if you saw it, but anyways, these trees around wintertime, they have ornaments on them, which is nice. It's a nice novelty, but yeah, I know they take them out, so it's good that they've got the conscience, unlike some people, but we're not gonna name names. There's like a ditch over there. I don't know if it's part of a creek or anything. Like I'm not constantly looking at the trail that camera's pointing towards, so like I'll occasionally do this and do that, but I'm mainly just gonna keep it like this, so it's like kind of forward a little. This is this trail right here, but I'm not gonna walk that because, well, there's a bunch of trees in the way. The clouds in the distance looked like rain, and while I don't particularly enjoy the thought of being rained on, I wouldn't be opposed to it either. It's, you know, it's nice, but then I'd have to put my hood up and put my Ita bag away, so, because this Ita bag it's new, so we don't want to ruin a new Ita bag, especially with all these pins inside. But yeah, it's the lake. You can see it right there. The trees. But yeah, I walk this trail a lot. I used to with my dad, but we had a fall through, and that doesn't matter. It's not. That's just to the point. What matters is I'm living with my mom. It's a lot better. It's a lot better than the situation I had going with him. So yeah, this is going to random ass people on the internet. So yippee. So there's a sign right here. Called Daryl's Loop. right there. There's more plastic on the trees. We're not gonna walk this. We're gonna keep going down this way. But I just thought you guys would like the sign, so. Well, I mean, we might have to walk down that little bit, because this looks a bit enclosed. I don't know. Here, we'll try. And if it's too enclosed, we'll go through Daryl's. It's okay. Because I don't want to be brushing against trees the entire time. Like, I have personal space, and I enjoy that personal space. But yeah, it mainly looks like it's going to cut off, so we're going to go on Daryl's. Yeah. Anyways, I took some photos back there before I started recording. And they were good photos. Got some ducks. You know, because, like, you know, the loons and everything are gone. And the geese are coming back, but we don't like geese because they're annoying. They shit everywhere. Like, everywhere. I mean, my little dogs, they fucking gremlins around them, but they're little gremlins to begin with, but it's fine. Now, we're gonna be good Samaritans today and not walk on the bike trail, because there might actually be people biking. So, see, that's where the trail ends up, right over there. Like the other side, and like it cuts into here, and it eventually merges back with this trail somewhere, but I don't remember where. Alright, so that's an old sign that used to say snowshoe. Hold on. As you can see right there. It's all crumpled up and shit. You can see the tape on the tree. It's not the nicest thing to do. Now, we are pretty dense into the forest, but that's okay. This trail does end up connecting to the ski trail a little ways forward, but that's fine because we don't care. Yeah, it's good. Right, I'm scaring off all the deer too. That's a nice fact to know, but it also makes sure that we're not going to run into any deer on the way, because we don't want to disturb the deer and their private time, especially during the spring. But and more plastic on the tree. I think the last time I was here was last year, at least, like before the snow set in. And see the hopdole over there. Plastic on the tree. Some bent over trees over there. I don't know why. I think it's from the wind. Especially since the wind we've been getting recently has been pretty wild, so. There's a bench over there. We're gonna go sit down. Old ass tree. Top's all scorched up because woodpeckers and such. Some nests over there, if you can see that. Oh, there's two benches. I forgot about that. There's two benches. Hell yeah. One of these looks newer. We're gonna sit on the newer one. Or the one that looks newer. Nice view. You can see some birds going absolutely nuts. You can see them right there. It's nice. This is a beaver trail. If you can see, it leads into the water. This is where beavers would, like, you know, come in from the forest and drag wood into the lake and bring it over to their den or dam, wherever. There's a lot of places that, you know, I don't know if we can see a beaver dam or anything, or a den at least. Oh, there is. Oh, okay. So we're gonna move to right here. If you can look right there. right there, right in the center at least. That's a beaver den, looks like one. Ooh, shit. There's some swans over there. It's nice. Some swans. Swan action. That's nice. I see some logs and such. And the hospital, of course. Anyways, I think we should get back to walking. Especially since we don't want to stay in one place for too long. We gotta keep moving, you know? Gotta keep moving. So, it's quite nice. You know, just walking and such. And plastic on the tree, rocks on the ground. But, you know, it's not the greatest feeling, you know, especially with all the climate and shit, political climate change, especially for a leftist like me. But I don't know, I'm really not gonna try and focus on political things on these walks, especially since, well, the eat up bag itself is political enough. But yeah, but I mean, like, there's nothing much else to talk about, more plastic. But it's not the greatest time, you know, because fucking plastic. Garbage bag, it looks like. It's not nice, man. It's not nice. But, you know, okay. But yeah, it's not nice. Because, you know, as of recent, you know, it's just, that's not great. And I really don't know how to put it into words, but hypocrisy is all I can say. Yeah. And idiotic behavior as well, because here's the beaver trail right there. So you can, they like come in from the forest and drag the wood into the lake. So, but yeah, more sticks. But you know, it's nice to get out here and, you know, have some time with yourself and, you know, get to be around nature a lot more, especially when, you know, we don't know how long nature will be around. So yeah, it's part of the whole reason why I started doing this was because I started getting into more leftist theory, and I started, you know, reading Walden and Industrial Society and its future and such. And, like, you know, like all their, like, fucking Ted Kaczynski, he, you know, went out in the middle of Montana and just started living, you know, in a cabin in the woods, and, you know, living off his own hand and financial support from his parents, going, doing odd jobs. But, you know, it's, and, like, I know I probably shouldn't praise the Unabomber, but he had some good points, especially considering nature and what we're doing to it. You know, it really made me think a lot. And it's just, you know, I'd rather do this and, like, you know, be out walking around in nature instead of just, you know, laying in my bed scrolling on YouTube and just watching brain rot for hours on end, especially considering I'm failing biology class, and that's not good. I really need to get my shit together on that. But yeah, so here we are, an ornament. It's legit inside the tree. It's weird, but yeah, here's a crossroad right here. Here. So, like, we're gonna go this way, of course, but also like here's another map. See how far we've traveled. We went from here to here. We're gonna go from here up to here and here and here, and then travel all the way back. Or I might just, you know, cut across back to the parking lot. But it really, you know, doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to the bear. Doesn't matter to anybody else. So there's a little trail you can see right here. I don't know if anybody uses it. It might be a deer trail. I don't know. Another trail right here. We're gonna walk down this one. So the white pine loop. More plastic white pine loop. But yeah. Yeah, back to reading and shit. Yeah, but like reading like about him and like, you know, seeing what like capitalism did to nature, it's just, you know, not the greatest thing to think about, especially, you know, in a climate like this. And it's, he died hella long time ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, but his prime was long time ago, further than that. And, you know, it doesn't make any sense, you know, and like he had a lot of right points, but he bombed a lot of places and killed a couple, 2-3 people, and, you know, injured a lot more than that. So it wasn't looking good, especially for the points he had. Like, he could have became just an advocate and, like, you know, could have done a lot more. He was a doctor, for crying out loud. He was a fucking doctor. Like, he had a PhD. He worked at Berkeley. But, like, he just, I don't know. I felt like he could have still been alive today. And, like, you know, if he gone a different direction than that. And yeah, but also like Henry David Thoreau, like him, you know, living by Walden Pond and, you know, commenting on how beautiful it was and everything that happened there, and, you know, and such and such. Because, I mean, you think about this, right? Like, fucking Christ. Fucking bird right over there. Loudest fucking feathers I've ever heard. Anyways, but you think about it, right? Like, these two people, like, drastically different timelines, but like same kind of, you know, motive. Like, they saw nature was, you know, was beautiful, and like, but they realized that, like, you know, society was destroying it. I mean, back in the 1830s, whenever Walden wrote it, whenever Walden was wrote, like, it was a completely different time than when Kaczynski wrote Industrial Society. But, you know, it's a lot, and I feel like, you know, as of what's going on, like, even in Florida, like today, in history class, we watch CNN 10 every day, and in history class today, they talked about how in Florida they're gonna start, you know, implementing child labor laws and shit, and, you know, that scares the shit out of me, because, like, I'm a minor, but, and I have a job, right? But, like, I like my job. Like, my job is fast food, but you don't see me complaining about, you know, oh, I wish I could work longer, or, oh, I wish I had less breaks, or, no, you see me complaining like, oh, dog, I've been working for 8 hours, I really want to go home. But, like, these fucking congressmen or whatever, fucking lawmakers, in Florida, and they're just, being like, oh my God, 14-year-olds, they want to work? Oh yeah. You know what that means? We should put them to work in the worst ways possible. We should subject them to 8 hours. Like, dog, what are you talking about? Because the 8 hours, that's a school day. That is a school day. 8 hours? More plastic. But 8 hours. Oh no, that's a bone. That's a bone. Some not nice. Anyways, but like it doesn't make sense to me. Like, how could you, an adult person, and I'm betting they have kids too, and I know their kids are gonna be like, oh my gosh, I like my job, but I wish I worked a lot less. And they were like, huh. If you stopped being a little bitch and pulled you up by the bootstraps, you would want to work more. And they're kids, dog. 14, 15-year-olds, even me, 16-year-old. We work for money, and so we can buy things, or put in our college fund, or buy a car, go out with friends and actually be able to afford something. But no, apparently they want us to work longer for a lot less, and they talked about subjecting breaks, getting rid of breaks so that we can work more efficiently. And this one business owner in Florida, he owns a candy shop, and he was like, oh well, we know we need to send them on a 30-minute break for their 8-hour shift, but we don't want to send them all boom like that. No, we need to not have a scheduled time for it. I need to schedule the breaks and everything so that they can get a break, but you don't know what the customers, dog, what do you mean? He pointed out that the customer was the main problem in this situation, and not the employee or the employer or the breaks. You gotta understand, man, it's not hard to do that. Even I can think of oh, my employee has been working for 4.5 hours and they have an 8-hour shift, so I feel like they should get a 30-minute break. But wait, what if there's a rush? That doesn't matter. That employee should be able to go on break. They should be able to sit down, have a meal, have food, eat, take a breather from their job and not have to worry about a rush. If you're worried about a rush, my God, work yourself. Replace that worker, until they come back from break, and then you can go back to jerking off or whatever. But it's so fucked to me, because how are you talking like that? That makes sense. So we're here now, and like I said, going around, come back. Bear was over here, now we're up here. I don't think we're gonna see a bear now, but we also don't want to get our hopes up, because I've seen a bear up here before. Granted, it was a long time ago. Let's keep walking. It was back to the fucking Florida lawmakers, but how is you, an adult, gonna talk like that? Do you not yourself understand what it's like to be a teenager? I know times have changed and everything, but you gotta understand, these kids are kids. They're teenagers. Their lives are not working for a living yet. They go to school. They have no responsibilities other than keeping their grades up. And if they have a job, great, good for them. But like, you need to understand that like their job does not come before school. Like they're acting like, oh my gosh, these kids go to school for 8 hours. Why can't they work for 8 hours? Like, oh my God. I mean, even sometimes, like apparently some of these kids down in Florida, they have overnight shifts. Overnight shifts for 8 hours. Imagine working for 8 hours overnight. And that while the next day you still have school. While the next day you still have school. That doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense. Like, why would you, like, fucking schedule them for an 8-hour shift overnight when you know damn and full well they have school the next day? Like, schedule that shit on like the weekend, Friday night, Saturday night. Like these kids have like to graduate high school in order to get like a real job or go to college. But like working a 9 to 5 for like a kid during the summer, that makes sense, right? But like during the school year, they can only work closing shifts. Like me, that's the majority of the shifts I work nowadays are closing shifts, you know? 4 to 10:30, 7 to 10:30. Like, those are the shifts I work. But I cannot imagine staying longer than that. And like just the other day, my shift manager, she fucking made me stay at work just to do my clothes over again because she said that I've been lacking the work ethic. And I know that like I've been slacking recently. I'm not doing as much as I should, but that's because work to me is not just a paycheck. It's a place that I can socialize with other people, you know? Like I have friends that are like my coworkers, and like work to me is a place that I can go to and at least know that I have people I can be with and still have like responsibility. Like if I'm working, right? Like if I'm working and like my friend wants to talk to me, I will talk to them while still working. But no, she thinks that if you're talking to your friend and working, you're not working. You're socializing. Which, yes, I'm socializing, but I'm social. That don't look good. Anyways, but like if I'm socializing and still working, sure, I'm working a lot slower so I can continue a conversation. But like I'm still working. And she's acting like I'm a lot like less efficient when I'm talking to somebody. If I'm talking to somebody, it's a side thing. I'm still focused on working. Like, God. But like she said that I have a good potential. I'm a good worker. And that's also not a good sight. That's a bird meat. I don't know if this is a quail or something, but now I'm kind of scared. Like, that's bird meat right there. Right, so if we see another dead bird, we're heading back. Or not walking back this way. Anyways, but she said that I see good potential in you, but like I don't want you to turn into insert employee that is not as good as like my boss or whatever. But like this guy, he's like he's kind of racist, but I really wouldn't know for sure. He's a Trumper. That's bad, but like somehow kind of, I don't know, his views are all over the place. But I don't know, it really don't matter. But she's like, I don't want you to turn into insert this employee. Like, your boss sees something in you. A really good shift manager sees something in you. Like, I'm just a kid. What do you expect from me? Like, you want me to put my whole ass into my work? No, I'm not. Because I'm just a kid who has school the next day. I heard a rustling. Like up ahead. And I don't like that. I'm keeping close eye on everything. It's starting to rain. It's starting to rain. Okay, alright. Well, we're not gonna walk back that way. We're just gonna keep going and go across the hospital parking lot, so. And then back across that way. So, yeah. But again, like, I'm just a kid. Like, you can't expect me to put my whole bussy into my entire work, right? You can't expect me to do that, because it's, like, I have school the next day, and, like, if I want to go home, I'm gonna be pissed about it. And she's like, and I don't need the cursing, I don't need the attitude, I don't need the swearing. Like, you're keeping me till 11:15 when I should have gone home 45 minutes earlier. And she's like, you're doing this to yourself, you know? You could have had this done a long time before this. I'm like, I did all of my clothes. I did all of it. But she made me fix the little imperfect things. The tiniest things. Like finishing up a fill that was already, 85% good. Like here, like, the ingredient, like, the bucket of it, like, here's the top of the bucket. Here's where the ingredients are. We're, like, right here. That's that much room. That's not even that much. That's, like, an inch or two. It's not a lot in this term, okay? Like, Christ. Because, I'm like, what do you expect? Like, you want me to go into the freezer and, like, get all the ingredients. Like, all of them. When I know damn well that the person who's going to come in and doing opening shift is going to be just fine with the amount of ingredients that are there. And if it runs out, they can fill it themselves. I'm just there to fill the ingredients that are in dire need of filling. It's not about, it's about quantity, not quality. I work in fast food. If I worked at a fancy ass restaurant, I'm gonna worry about every little speck on a counter. But I work in fast food, man. Like, you gotta understand, like, how the hell am I supposed to, like, put my whole pussy into this and, like, still wake up in the morning at a decent time? I've been waking up nicely these past couple of days because of my alarms. Alarms, plural. I should only need one, but I need 5 to wake up. 5. That's at least 3 on my phone, 1 from my Alexa, and 1 from an actual physical clock that actually is loud as hell. It's one of those ding ones. But, like, I should only need one. Like, my sleep schedule's fucked up already. Like, it doesn't need to be more fucked so that I can stay at work and, like, go to bed at 12:30. Because I live a ways out from my job, and, like, it baffles me because, like, if I get off work at 11:15, I'll get home at 11:30. 11:45 at the latest. And then I need to shower, get ready for the next day, get all my shit ready, and then go to bed. By that time, it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. It doesn't make sense. Because how are you gonna make me stay at work that long? just to get my station from like an 85% good to a 95% good. That's like a 10% increase. That, like, doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to any logical person who actually has a brain. Anyways, but there's a bird in the forest. But you know, it's a matter of going from this to that, and I don't even need to be recording this. This is gonna take up a lot of space on my phone, probably draining my battery right now, but that doesn't matter to me. Okay, I heard something. Birds. Anyways, so like, I keep hearing shit. Like, this is not cool. Hold on, I'm gonna stop talking for a minute. Okay. All right. Okay. I guess I'm just delusional. Anyways, that thing I pointed back there was some metal in the woods. But, so, back to my work problem. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It makes sense to her for some reason, subjecting me to just being, you know, in work 45 minutes later than I should have left because it's good for my work ethic or something. Like, the only thing you're doing is ruining my sleep schedule even more. The only thing you're doing is making sure I get home at a later time. The only thing you're doing is lowering my own self-esteem that's already low. Like she's telling me, like, you're a good worker and I see potential in you, and I know you don't put your whole pussy into this. I need you to do that. I know you have personal issues, but I need you to leave that at the door. Work is work. You need to leave the personal life outside of work. How am I gonna do that? How am I gonna do that? You can't expect me to leave everything that's going on outside of work. Like, you can't expect me to just walk into work. It's like I'm being like, oh, today's such a bad day, and walk into work and be like, hey guys, how's it going? Like, you can't expect me to be like that. You can't expect me to walk into work all hunky-dory like everything's just fine. If I'm going through personal issues, I'm going through personal issues. And work isn't going to stop me from having personal issues. Sometimes work is the personal issue. I don't complain about my personal issues at work unless somebody wants to talk to me about it.